All events and characters in this show are fictional. Any resemblance to anyone living or not is purely coincidental. Some things may be offensive to some listeners, including, but not limited to, bad impersonations or cheap sound effects.
Tonight, on the Dearth of Wood Island.
I think it's another piece of wood.
Well, that's a real Robbie Baffler. What the heck is that?
Okay, I say we drill borehole X2315C Beta 4 today near the Kindershaft.
I'd have to say this piece of jewelry is probably from the early 80s, possibly even the late 70s. This changes everything we know about wood.
There is an island in the North Atlantic, the part that is way too cold to swim in, where people have been searching for chunks of wood and major side hustle income for over 10 years. So far, they have found a stone slab with strange markings that was claimed to have been found and lost by drunken teenagers, ancient man-made roads that look like every other stone road made throughout history, and a lead cross, which may be connected to a poor sailor who could not afford a gold one. To date, 6 viewers have fallen asleep watching flashback segments, and, according to legend, one more will have to die of boredom before all the wood can be found.
Tonight, we join Ray Shard and Martine Hakate along with Greg Scrutinizer, metal detection specialist Larry Grayton, and a slew of relatives and crew names we can't always remember.
Okay, how about we have Larry metal detect on lot 342, where we have the 67 permits required to dig a small hole on our own land.
Sounds like a great idea. I can feel it's going to be a Robbie Baffler day.
The new drilling company's coming today, so let's go outside and meet them.
I have a question. Are we in a flashback right now?
No, if we were in a flashback, the video would be kind of like hazy and stuff like that. Well, if there are no more questions, let's get started.
While the team is drilling a new borehole, we join Larry Grayton and some other people that we recognize, metal detecting on lot 342.
Oh, look at that. Now that's a side pocket find.
Did you find something? No, just, I found a nail. Wow, a nail? Let's get that analyzed. A nail on Wood Island? Could it be a nail used to hold the seat secure in the wagon used to haul the Ark of the Covenant onto Wood Island? I recently discovered that I have moderate to severe stupidity. That's why my doctor recommended placebo. As a current U.S. Senator, having moderate to severe stupidity can occasionally be a minor stumbling block. Why, just recently, I added $100 million to the Department of Redundancy Department bill that would earmark some needed money for a swing set in my hometown. Well, that's just plain stupid. Going over the cost of swing sets has shown me that I need $200 million. I don't know how I was able to manage my job before placebo came around. So if you have moderate to severe stupidity, then the one thing I recommend is placebo. Placebo does not cause heart attacks, stroke, or diarrhea, nor does it cause rashes or intense itching. In fact, placebo does absolutely nothing since it's just a sugar pill. We now join the team near borehole X2315C Beta 4 today near the Kindershaft.
Those samples coming up. This sample coming up is from 95 feet.
Okay, just slide it on the bench here. Looks like there's some good stuff in here.
Look, a piece of wood. Let's get this off to get analyzed.
Wood? From an island covered in trees? Could this be a piece of wood from Abe Lincoln's cabin, or possibly the part of the lid to George Washington's footlocker? Ancient astronaut theorists suggest the wood could possibly even be extraterrestrial. Meanwhile, a nephew of Richard and Martine Hakate, and some others that we can't remember their names, have driven to see Jarman Army, blacksmith and interpreter at the Boss Farm and Museum, to see what they can determine about the nail they found on lot 342.
So, this nail looks to be from, hey, are those subtitles under me?
Yeah, they're so the viewers can understand what you're saying.
What are you talking about? I speak English, possibly even better than that British metal detector guy who never uses consonants. Why don't you give him subtitles?
Oh, look at me. I found a coin or a button.
Can you tell us more about this nail?
It appears to be of French origin. I placed it around the spring of 1684 from the Bordeaux region. Looking closely, it appears to have been made by a nail maker named Poser en Lapin, or maybe his son Pomme de Terre, during mid-April.
A 17th century nail from France? Could it be the nail from Louis XIV's wig boxes, or the first nail to hold a painting at Versailles? Back in the boring room, the team gets together to hear from Sukalos University's chief wood examiner, Frederick Kruger, about a piece of wood found near the Kindershaft.
I'd like to start this meeting, but where's Larry?
Sorry I'm late. I'm just getting used to my new Range Rover. It's a real Robbie Baffler.
Okay, let's see what Professor Kruger has to say about our latest piece of wood.
We were quite intrigued about this piece of wood and how well preserved it is. It turns out it's around May 2021.
How are you able to determine that?
Well, you see right here is the price tag and barcode from Home Depot. That is one of the many tests we use to determine age. We feel this test is pretty accurate.
Wood from Home Depot?
Could the people who buried the huge treasure we haven't found have also built a time machine to purchase wood from the future? Next week, on the Purse of Wood Island, special guest Giorgio Souvlaki. I'm not saying that it's aliens, but it's aliens. This was Season 11, Episode 1 of the Dearth of Wood Island. This episode was produced, written, and directed by Bryan. All voices done by Bryan except maybe the poorly done British guy. That actor may be fired. All music was written and recorded by Bryan. Bryan is the world's biggest fan of similar shows found on TV and has never missed any episodes. Thanks for listening.